All right, y'all, we back. RCGP event 4. We back here now. We getting the buggy ready for David to run and get a feel of it and give me a feedback on how it feels to him and how the setup feel. Like I said, to give a recap, we just went over brakes, and he did my endpoint adjustments and my steering to make sure everything was strong. And we talked about my servo saver being locked down. That's Brent with Beach RC and Spencer Heckert. But yeah, we talked about my servo saver being locked all the way down to give me a little bit more steering. So now we just getting the buggy ready to for David to drive it and just get a feel of it to see. They're gonna do a couple of laps, 2 or 3 laps. All the pros are gonna go take the cars out of the people that's in the RC2. So everybody's gonna get the pros gonna drive everybody car that's participating in this part of the event, with getting up with a pro and him telling you what's going on with your car, how you can make it better. So everybody getting ready to take the pros getting ready to take everybody's cars out, drive them, get a good feel of them, and then after they get done driving, we're gonna bring them back again and do some fine tuning, and then the pros gonna take the cars out of our cars out one by one. I'm gonna go first, and then the other participants will come after me. Derek Bonaparte gonna go out with my car first. So right now, again, they just getting the feel of the cars, how they feel and what we need to change before they take them out individually on the track and run and try to get the best time. So they trying to shoot for the best time. Whoever has the best time, and then we're gonna combine it with, at the end, we took the drivers ourselves. We took our cars out and drove 5 minutes on the track, and just to get our best time. And then they combine the times to come up with the winner of the RCGP Loves RC2, with the pros taking the cars and driving themselves, and see who the fastest. So it's just still a competition. So right now, David to get on the stand, just warming the car up, getting it ready to get ready to get out on the track, so he just can test it out again, and see how it feels. So I'm just sitting back, talking to Doc. He's asking me how the car is feeling, what he gonna do. So we just getting ready to go hit the track and go out there and just and rip. Just let it rip. And then after this, again, David's gonna come back and tell me how the car felt and what he thinks of it as is. After those few changes we did, like I said, again, recap, we went over the brakes, we went over the servo saver. He said it needed to be tightened down a little more, because once you on the track with your car and get into the turns, going full speed and stuff like that, the servo saver isn't completely locked down. It ain't completely locked down. Just with all that torque on the servo saver, it make the tires give. So when it's on power, all that power gets on the front wheels trying to turn the car. The servo saver just got a little bit of give in it. It's going to give just a little bit more because of all the pressure of it being on the track trying to turn. So, but like I said, he went over that and addressed that. We didn't really fix that right then, because that's something you have to fix when you get back to the pits and break the car down and get in there and tighten it back down. So we just he kind of took some more slack out by using the endpoints on my controller to give it a little bit more steering. So, but yeah, we just getting them ready for them to take them out. Just get a feel of the cars. I'm filling them up, topping them off. Here you go. So yeah. So we just sitting right here, just being amazed, man, how fast the pros can adapt to a car, and especially how the pros can adapt when the car is not perfect, and their driving can make up for that feeling of the car not being you know, that perfect car or the way that they want it, or something may happen during a race and it may fade. Woo. But that FedEx buggy rolling. But yeah, so yeah, it's awesome how they can adapt to it and drive it, you know, as they do on their level, with the car not being, you know, perfect or something may change. So they driving to go along with it with a good setup. So it just depends on what situation come up. You gotta be able to adapt to it in that situation. Woo. If it is, I'm telling you, that Reds are. I'm running the Reds R5 black diamond engine. So, but yeah, David said he had plenty of power. He jumped kind of long right there into the pipe, but I think he was really surprised coming off the stand. Y'all gonna see how good that the car actually felt once I got all the little gremlins worked out of it. Got the servo changed out, and again, the servo is really not pulling the full width of the carb insert. It was pulling a little bit over halfway because I had to switch the servo out, and I ain't really had a chance to check it. And we should have checked. I should have just went on and just checked it when we did this right here. But it still was. As y'all can see, it's still producing a lot of power with it being like it is. So, and then when he come off the stand, he said the car had a nice power, good power. So, but I should just let him go ahead on and open that throttle up a little more, so he'll get the full pull of the throttle opening of the carburetor. So, but yeah, so yeah, they just testing the cars out. Each pro got everybody cars out there testing them out, getting an idea how they feel as they are. Then when they come back in, they're gonna give us 2 or 3 minutes to make final adjustments that we need to do before they take each car out individually and trying to get their best time when they take the cars back out one-on-one individually. So yeah, they running. Woo. Man, it's amazing when the pros get your car and you never seen your car go that fast. You be like, I ain't know my car can do that. But yeah, these guys just can drive, man. They can drive. And this, it shows you that they can't just drive anything. The car does have to be set up to their driving style, how they like it, but on top of their skills. So as I put the carb up, he comes back in, coming down off the stand, Doc's in, yeah, he's surprised. So, and watch Ronald Falk's face when he come down off the stand. He's surprised how good the buggy really felt. So just take your time, do your maintenance. It'll pay off. See, look at him, got a big smile on his face. See? So yeah, see, he's surprised. It felt pretty good. But then again, he was telling me he probably can beat these guys with the best time. So, but he was just saying it felt pretty real good, but still, remember to do that servo saver, get it locked all the way down. Because he was saying, like, when I'm going just regular speed, not full speed, he said the car turns good, no problem, right, real precise when it's medium speed. But once I go full speed into a turn, it kind of pushes a little bit. It pushes because of that servo saver still has a little bit of give in it. So he said, if you do that, lock that back down when your round comes up before your race, you'll be good. So, and but other than that, he just again, he just told me make sure those brakes are 50-50. But he said other than that, Corey, it felt pretty good, and he felt real comfortable with it, that he can do a real good lap time with it. And so we really didn't change too much. We really didn't change too much on it. We just let it go like it was. But his thing that he was stressing again is just when we build our kits, if we want to make sure, if we want the most max steering out of our steering, just make sure that servo saver is locked completely all the way down. But he said it will be kind of hard on your servo if you're a beginner driver. He says leave just a little, tighten it all the way down as far as it go, and then turn it counterclockwise, loosen it up, maybe a half a turn. So you still get real good steering, but you still get a little bit of play. So if you crash real hard, it won't strip out the servo, hurt the gears in your servo. So yeah. So now, like I said, we just waiting right here, and Joe Barnhurst was driving my teammate Joe's car, so he was asking David about what he can do as far as the droop end points. And so yeah, me and Doc right here just talking about. He said JQ was down there looking at David run. See, I got the black edition. I don't have the Miyako yet right here. So it was like David driving JQ's car. He just wanted to see how he would do with the black edition. And he said it felt pretty good. You know, it'd probably be some tuning things that he would do to his car if he drove the black edition. He'd probably switch it up to how he liked to drive it. But he said mine wasn't bad. RC family. That's why I preach. Do your maintenance. Just take your time and do your maintenance before the race. I know I did have a servo issue. That's something that you really don't know until they go out, or every so often. Like I said, these servos had been in there for at least a year and a half of racing, almost 2 years of racing. So it went out. So, but other than that, we're just trying to get it. We getting everything. Because Doc was asking me what he said about it, and we was talking to each other. He was just saying, asking me about how was the what he said to do to it, and I was telling him about the brakes, and I was telling him again about how that servo affects your turning if it's not locked all the way down. So the big thing was servo saver on my car and the brakes, but everything else felt pretty good. So me and Doc was discussing that, and so David heard me and Doc talk about it. So he was just saying on the Miyako buggy that's coming, he was just telling us that on the Miyako it's a well in there, you can bypass the servo saver spring. You can bypass that and just lock the servo saver all the way down. So that's what he's gonna step in right here and explain. So he's explaining this to Doc about how it is on the Miyako buggy. So yeah, y'all. So we just right here, we just again getting everything together. Everybody's just making a few changes to their buggies. And like I said, David right here is explaining to Doc how that servo saver we might think it's real tight when we first build it, but once that pressure get on it of the car going full speed into a turn, it might give just a little bit and make your car push. So, but he was saying, yeah, other than that, it felt good, and just keep eye on them brakes. So yeah, so I'm basically just reiterating what David had said about the servo saver, the Doc. That's who's filming. Like I said, a big shout out to Doc. And yeah, y'all. Hey man, so that's why I want my family to come out. If you bash, man, come to the track, talk to these pros, so you can get some tips. And like I said, I'm trying to right here. I was trying to get David to I'm finna ask him to come on the RC Lounge and do a podcast and talk to the RC family, talk to us, talk to the RC family. So I just took this advantage of this whole opportunity, not just to get tips and tricks to make my car better, but also to help us as RC enthusiasts, racers, bashers, to get him to come on and do some, to do the RC Lounge, so he can sit down, we can talk about this. So right here now we getting the buggy to go out. He's finna run it himself, on the one on the track, just to try to turn the fastest time. So we just warming up the engine again, getting it ready to prep for him to go out there and rip it. And boy, does he rip it. He end up coming in 5th place with his best time. He made it. He had a few bobbles out there, and he just said it was on him. He just made the mistake. But this wasn't about what place you come in. This is about experience and learning about your buggy, what to change, even what the changes that the pros would make on a particular buggy that you're driving, or car that you're driving. So this just was a great experience all the way around. One about the position. But everybody that participated at the end won a beer. Got a beer, a 16 ounce. No, I think it was a 20 ounce beer. Everybody had won a beer. So it was just, like I said, this is more about just participating and not being shy. And man, he had that FedEx buggy rolling. Look at it, y'all. He jumped a little bit deep on that turn. I think he bumped the pipe right here a little bit, but still. Our time was on the beat. I think 4 people beat it, but all of them was beating it by like 1/10 of a second faster than this time. So I done put the music in it so y'all can hear the lap time. Look at that. This is what happens when the pros drive your RC car, drive your buggy. You have an opportunity, y'all come to these races, man. Listen to that. But the rip. Look at that, it ripping down that straightaway. Ooh. EKJ. Keep doing your thing, boy. Keep building the buggies the right way for everyone. It's for everybody. Build your buggies the right way. Just put 100% of blood, sweat, and tears in them, and make sure they're right. You're gonna get performance right, just like the pros did. So I just thank God for this opportunity to even come to this race. And, yeah, y'all get a chance to do an RCGP, do it. But yeah, if y'all get a chance to do an RCGP race, do it. Like I said, if you ain't ripping, you're tripping. Ooh. Yes, sir. Just to see your pro, got your card on the track. Just to see the potential that it has in it. You know what I'm saying? It's awesome. But yeah. Yeah, y'all. So yeah, this is just EKJ. This is what happens when the pros drive your RC car. So he came back in, and that was it, y'all. Had a good time. I didn't record everybody's because it would have been super long. So I just recorded mine. Doc was helping.